Hello everyone. Today we are going to solve the problem from the chapter Not for Profit Organization. As we have done in the previous video, we have already started with the explanation of the problems. Now I am going to do one more problem with balance sheet. When the question is given along with the balance sheet and the receipts and payments, as previous class, the same way we are going to solve a certain similar type of problem. Okay, this is a problem from the following balance sheet and the receipts and payments account of Malnad Sports Club, Chikmagalur. Okay, this is the balance sheet as on 31st March 2017. So when they give this 31st March 2017, the financial year will be 16 to 17, 2016 to 17. That means 2016 first April 1st 16 to 31st March 2017. This will be the financial year for this particular balance sheet. Why I am writing the date? Because most of you will get confused with these dates. And when they give more about the subscription of previous year, current year and the next year, you will be little bit confused. So let me clarify. First we will make out the dates. Financial year should be clear. So this balance sheet belongs to 2016 and 17. Whatever the balance sheet is given information here. Okay. So liabilities, they have given outstanding salary, outstanding rent, subscription received in advance. So they have received in advance FD subscription. In which year they have received? 2016 and 17. So in the year 16 and 17 they have received in advance of the next year. What will be the next year? 2017 and 18. For the year of during 16 and 17 they have received advance. For what purpose? When they receive advance, it obviously means to next year only. Is it right? So the next year will be 17 and 18. So your subscription received in advance in this particular year 16 and 17 they are receiving advance of the subscription for the next year. So next year will be 17 and 18. 2017 and 18 will be the next coming up financial year. So I am just writing here 17 and 18. So when we are solving the problem, it will be easy for understanding. Okay, and this is the capital fund balance. Next we have cash at bank, outstanding subscription. So this was outstanding subscription as to be received but not yet received. Okay, so this is in the asset side. We will see further what will happen. And next we have investments, sports material and furniture. And coming to the receipts and payments account, this is for the year ending 31st March 2018. So the financial year will be April 1st 2017 to 31st March 2018. This is the financial year for this particular receipts and payments account. So whatever the transaction belongs to between April 1st of 17 till 31st March of 2018. So this is the financial year for this particular receipts and payments. So coming to the payments here, they have given the rent of previous year 16 and 17 belongs to this year, previous year, and the current year also they have given 17 and 18 is the current year. Okay, and next salary is given for 16th and 17. This is previous year and this will be current year, and this is 18 and 19 is the next year. They have paid in advance. Okay, next printing, general expenses, furniture, sports material and the balance carried down. Here subscription you have. Yes, coming to the subscription, this is 16th and 17th years amount, that is previous years. As I told you, here there is outstanding subscription 4,800 in the previous year's balance sheet. The same amount they have been received here. Okay, so this entry will not come anywhere. This entry will be not coming. Okay, next this is 17 and 18 subscription, that is current year. I am just making here current year, and this is the previous year, and this will be the next year. Advance. Okay, here also I am making past, previous year, current year and next year. Donation is given, entrance fees, interest, sale of old sports material, and they have given the adjustments. So subscription outstanding for the current year this is. So this will be, since there is adjustment related to subscription, I am just marking here 1 into mark to just remember. Printing unpaid rupees 1000, again printing as one adjustment. Interest accrued rupees 800, again here interest is there. Depreciation for furniture and sports material, furniture and sports material. Here also we have sports in the previous balance sheet. And next we have capitalized 50% of donation. So donation should be capitalized only 50%. The remaining 50% will go to revenue. Okay. Now first and foremost I want to tell you, first we should clarify the dates. This particular balance sheet belongs to 2016 and 17, and this receipts and payments belongs to 2017 and 18. Okay. Now in this, let us classify the capital and revenue transaction. So this is subscription becomes revenue receipt. Donation, it is capital receipt, but when they give 50% capital and capitalize, the other 50% obviously it will becomes a revenue. This is entrance fees, it is also revenue transaction. And next interest, revenue receipt. Sale of old sports material, revenue receipt. Coming to the payments, rent is revenue expenditure, salary revenue expenditure, printing revenue expenditure, general expense revenue expenditure, furniture, this is a capital expenditure, sports material capital expenditure. And next coming to the balance carried down, this will be the cash balance which we will be writing in the balance sheet. Okay. Now let's start with the problem. So first thing, starting with the incomes, I am starting with the subscription. So always income side, there is the format, expenditure and income, debit, credit. Please write down this, if not your marks will be deducted. All this will be considered, headings and whatever the format we have given here. Income and expenditure for the year ending 31st March 2018. So the same date which is given in the receipts and payments, for that we are going to prepare. Okay. First starting with the subscription. Subscription for this year, current year I am going to take. Current year subscription I have is 90,200. Okay. And with this I have to check previous years, current year, all those things I have to check. See, as I told you, when they give this 3, previous year, current year and the next year, as well as we have here also in the old balance sheet advance received and outstanding subscription. Okay, just forget all the adjustments whatever they have given, just concentrate on the subscription. When they give previous year, current year and next year, just keep an eye here. Always this current year will directly come in income and expenditure account. Okay, got it? This current year will be coming in income and expenditure account, and coming to the next year, that will be coming in the balance sheet. Nowhere else it will come. This next year's balance will be coming in the balance sheet. Okay, and coming to this previous year's, see here 4,800. Just cross check whether this particular amount and particular amount of this subscription, is there any existence in the balance sheet. Just cross check it. So when we cross check, there is an outstanding subscription of 4,800 in the last year. So that is what they have received, 4,800. So this will not be shown anywhere in the income and expenditure account, as well as it will not be shown in the balance sheet. Already it is done in the previous balance sheet and they have already received this. So this will not be considered nowhere. Okay. So the one more is left out here, subscription received in advance. So in 2016 and 17 they received certain advance for the year 17 and 18, that is 4,000. So that belongs to this particular year only, right? The current year, it belongs to 17 and 18, current year only. So we will add to this. Always remember, when they give these 3 years, previous year, current year and the next year, previous years will not appear if the particular thing is repeated in the previous balance sheet. It will not appear in any account. Current years, it will appear in income and expenditure, and the next years it will appear only in balance sheet. It applies for other things also. Even here it is salary they have given. Previous year it will not appear. Current year it will appear in the income and expenditure account. And next years it will be appearing in the balance sheet. So it is applied for all type of transaction which is given in the receipts and payments when they give this previous year, current year and the next year's amount. Okay. Please make a note of this. So here the current year's subscription is 90,200 and the next year's will be written in the balance sheet. And last year they have received advance for this particular year, that is subscription received in advance, subscription received in advance. This is given in last year's balance sheet. Okay, so that is rupees 4,000. I am adding that. Why I am adding? Because they have received in 2016 and 17 for the year next year only. The next year, the upcoming year is 17 and 18, which belongs to the current year. The current year date is 17 and 18, 2017 and 18. So this particular transaction obviously belongs to this current year. So since it is belongs to the current year, I am adding to the subscription. Okay, this is given in the balance sheet of 2016 and 17. Okay, and again we have an adjustment. Current year's outstanding subscription should be added. This is in the adjustments. They have given current year's subscription. So current year's outstanding subscription is 5,600. So this should be added. Current year's always we are going to add. So just add 90,200 plus 4,000 plus 5,600. So total it is 99,800. So this is the total subscription. You may be thinking, what about the next year's advance? As I told you, this will be 2018 and 19's subscription amount will be shown in the balance sheet, not in the income and expenditure. Okay. So here this is the subscription adjustments. Subscription for the current year. This is the subscription received in advance in the previous year, which belongs, again it belongs to the current year. So we are adding here, and this year's outstanding subscription is also added. This is given in the adjustment. Okay. As I told you, whatever the transaction belongs to the current year, you should write it in the income and expenditure, and that will be added. Obviously it will be added in the income and expenditure account. Okay, so that is the main reason I made starting only I taught you the dates, how to find out the financial year. So when you know certain amount is received in advance or you paid in advance, so that particular amount belongs to next year or the previous year, you can easily identify. Okay, next coming to the donation, we have, so by donation, actually this will be capital receipt, but since there is an adjustment saying half of the amount should be capitalized, so 50% of the 50% of donation should be capitalized. So total amount of that is 32,400. In this we have to take only 50%. Okay, and the remaining 50% will go to balance sheet. That is 16,000 200. Okay. The next we have entrance fees. By entrance fees, this is always a revenue receipt, so that is no adjustment related to this. So directly we can write 65,200. And next we have interest. By interest, so interest, there is an adjustment related to that, so I will be writing in inner column 2,800 is the amount given. The adjustment says interest accrued rupees 800, that is it should be added. That is nothing but outstanding interest only, which has to be received but not yet received. So interest accrued, the amount is 800. Okay, so it will be 2,800 plus 800, it is 3,600. And next we have the last one, sale of old sports. Sale of old sports materials. So there is no adjustment related to this, so directly we can write 2,000, which is given here. Okay, so these are all the incomes. These are all the incomes. Now let's go with the expenditure. The first thing that we got in expenditure payment side, that is rent. So again rent they have given the previous year and current years. So we will be taking only the current year balance, that is, and there is no adjustment, so I am writing directly 8,800 is the current year balance, that is 2017 and 18. Okay, next we have salary. So to salaries account, so here also they have given previous year, current year and the next year. We will be taking only the current year balance in income and expenditure, and previous years, so it's already 3,200. Last year it was outstanding, here it is outstanding. In this year they didn't receive, here it is already received. It shows that it is already paid. Outstanding salary has been paid, same amount. Okay, so in this particular transaction we will not write anywhere in the income and expenditure nor in the balance sheet. But this is current year's 46,400, and the next year's 2,400, this will be shown in the balance sheet. Now since there is no adjustment, directly I am writing this is belongs to 2017 and 18, 46,400. Okay, the next we have printing. So printing account, it is 15,200. Why I am writing inner column? Because there is an adjustment. As I marked here into, I can easily make out there is an adjustment here. Adjustment says printing unpaid, so that is to be added. Unpaid is nothing but outstanding. Unpaid, that is rupees 1,000. So add together you will be getting 16,200. And next I have general expenses. General expenses, there is no adjustment related to this, so directly we can write 10,800. And next there is furniture and sports material, which has to be written in the balance sheet, but there is an adjustment for depreciation on them, so I am writing here to depreciation. Okay, on first I am going to do on the furniture. Again here there is old and new. Okay, I am just showing the old furniture amount is 32,800. Again they have bought new furniture, that is 48,000. Now we should, when they have bought new furniture, we should check with the date. So the date they have purchased the new furniture is 31st March 2018. So at the end of the year, the last day of the year, they have bought the furniture, where we cannot calculate depreciation for this particular amount. Suppose if instead of 31st December, 31st March, if they have given 31st January, 31st February or any of the previous months, so we could have calculated depreciation for this also. But here it is bought on the last day of the financial year, this depreciation we cannot calculate only for this amount. But the furniture which is already existing in the business, for that we need to calculate the depreciation. So depreciation for the old furniture I am calculating 32,800 and the percentage is 10%. So this will be 3,280. And we have depreciation again on sports material. Depreciation on sports material. So again the sports material, here it is old sports material is given in the balance sheet 43,600, and also they have purchased new sports material. This is given on 1st 10th, that is October month 2017, which belongs to this financial year only. 2017, 2018, within that date they have bought. So we need to calculate the number of months when we calculate depreciation for this particular sports material. Okay. So here the date is bought on 1st October. October, November, December, January, February and March. Why I am till March? Because 31st March is the last closing date of the financial year. So it is total 6 months. Once again I am telling you, take this particular date 1st October 2017. So October we need to count because it is starting date. If they have given on 31st October, then we would have not considered October month. But here October 1st they have bought, so October month will be considered. So October, November, December, January, February and March. So totally it is 6 months. Only for 6 months we should charge the depreciation for the new sports material. Whereas for the old sports material we have to charge for the entire year. So first I am going with the old sports material. 43,600 into percentage they have given is 10%. So this will be 4,360. And coming to the new sports material amount is 57,600 into 10% into 6/12. Only for 6 months we have used that, and that for only 6 months we should calculate. So 57,600 into 10% into 6/12. You will be getting 2,880. So the total amount of depreciation for sports material will be 7,240. So adding together we will be getting 7,240. That is the sports materials depreciation. Okay. So these are the two things that they are going to do. Depreciation we have to do in this particular problem. Okay. All the adjustment, all the things we have completed both the sides. Now let's find out the totaling both the sides, whether it is surplus or we are going to get loss. First I am going to do the incomes. Always I will start with the income. So 99,800 plus 16,200 plus 65,200 plus 3,600 plus 2,000. So this side I am getting 1,86,800. Okay, and again in the expenditure side 8,800 plus 46,400 plus 16,200 plus 10,800, 3,280, yeah, plus 7,240. I'm getting here 92,720. So debit side is less, your expenditures are less and incomes are more. So I'm just deduct from incomes, you just deduct the total expenditure. 1,86,800 minus 92,720. You will be getting 94,080. So I am just done the totaling both the sides. Income total is 1,86,800 and expenditure total is 92,720. So your incomes are more than your expenditure. So what I did, 1,86,800 total income minus total expenditure 92,720. So once you do the deducted from this, you will be getting the surplus amount is, this we call it as surplus. It is a profit 94,080. This will be the surplus amount that we are going to get. And finally we need to close the account with the same balancing amount. Both the sides same we have to write, right? 1,86,800. This side also we should close the account by 1,86,800. So this is all about the income and expenditure account. All the expenditure and all the incomes. Always keep in your mind only the current year's transaction should be entered in income and expenditure. Okay. Please don't get confused with the subscriptions. Previous year, current year, all that will be given in the problem. As I told you, you have to initially while practicing you have to do this clarification, classifying whether it is previous year or current year, whether it is revenue receipt or capital receipt. All that you have to first categorize. Then it will be little bit easy to solve the problem. Now next we will move on to the balance sheet. Okay. So we are going to prepare the balance sheet now. As you all know, the balance sheet format, liabilities and asset. So the balance sheet is prepared as on 31st March 2018. So date is very important. All this consists of your marks. All this contains marks, so don't miss. When you are aiming for 100, all this is very important. The minute things also will be noted down. Okay. So starting with the liabilities. Let's start with the liabilities. I'll go with the capital fund. First we are going to write down the capital fund. So capital fund that they have given in the last year is 1,30,800. This is the old balance sheets capital fund that they have given. Along with that we will be adding current year's surplus. Surplus that we have found out in the income and expenditure account, that is 94,080. Okay. And next we have donations here, so that will be also added as a capital fund. So as the adjustment they have given related to donation, half of the amount, that is 50% of donation should be capitalized. So total amount is 32,400. In this we need to take only 50%. Already 50% we have entered as revenue in income and expenditure account. So remaining 50% is 16,200 that will be added for capital fund. Now all three we shall add 1,30,800 plus 94,080 plus 16,200. So you will be getting 2,41,080. Okay. Next, as I told you, related to, I am just going according to the question they have given itself. Okay. So in the liability side I have cleared the capital fund and any outstanding. Always we should remember, in the liability side we will be writing outstanding expenses. Okay. And anything if we are received in advance, this is also called as pre-received or prepaid incomes. Prepaid incomes. Okay. We need to see these two things, whether they have given either in the balance sheet or in income and expenditure or in the adjustments. So as I told you, here the subscription which is given for 2018 and 19, for the next year they have received in advance. So this will be written in the balance sheet, I told you before itself. So that we have to write it down here. We will be writing subscription received in advance, that is for the year 2018 and 19, amount is 4,200. Okay, hope you understood. And next we have this year's current year's unpaid printing outstanding expenses, that is unpaid printing, that will be taken unpaid, that is 1,000. See, subscription is always an income, so outstanding subscription will not come in the liabilities, it will be coming in the asset side. Keep that in your mind, don't forget. Okay, so these are the things that will be coming in the liabilities side. And next, coming to the asset side, first we will go with the cash balance. Cash at bank, it is 60,800. But from where we have to go, we will be getting this amount. This balance carried down will be the cash balance. Okay, next we have sports materials, investments. Yeah, investments we have. So I'm taking investments, and there is no adjustment related to investments, so I'm writing directly 5,200. Next we have sports materials. So as you know, there is adjustment and new material also they have purchased, so we will write it in the inner column. 43,600 is the old sports material. For this we will add the new sports material purchased. Okay, new purchase. So new purchase, it is given in the receipts and payments account, 57,600. Okay, we need to add these two, 43,600 plus 57,600, that is 1,01,200. Okay, and we have depreciation for this, again that should be deducted. So total depreciation of sports material we have already done in the income and expenditure, we have already calculated. So directly you can take this 7,240 for the depreciation of sports material, 7,240. Okay, so from this you are going to do 1,01,200 minus 7,240. So final amount will be 93,960. Okay, so this is all about the sports material. Next, coming to the furniture. So even furniture, old furniture is there and new furniture is also there. So old furniture is 32,800, which is given in the old balance sheet. Add new purchase. New purchase will be given in the receipts and payments, that is 48,000. Okay, first let's add both. 32,800 plus 48,000, we will be getting 80,800. Since there is depreciation for furniture, I am written in the inner column. So less depreciation that we have calculated in the income and expenditure account, right? 3,280. 80,800 minus 3,280. Sorry, 80,800 minus 3,280. 77,520. So that is the final furniture amount. Okay. Next, after doing all this, we have to see any outstanding subscription, prepaid incomes, any prepaid expenditure and prepaid incomes. Outstanding incomes and prepaid incomes we have to check here. So outstanding, first we will go with the outstanding incomes. Any outstanding income is given, first we have to check with that. Any outstanding income like subscription. So here outstanding income they have given current year subscription, outstanding subscription, which is given in the adjustment 5,600. Okay, And again we have in adjustment interest accrued. Even this is an outstanding income, that is 800. Okay. Now coming to the salary, as I told you here, which is given for the next year. This is prepaid, in advance they have paid. So this will be the prepaid expenses. That is also written in asset side. Salary. Salary is prepaid. Okay. For the year 2018 and 19. That is 2400. Once again I am telling you, you should be very clear when you are writing in the balance sheet, and this everyone knows here. Outstanding expense will be coming in the liability side. Okay. And asset side we will be writing prepaid expenses. Got it? And again prepaid incomes, that is advance received, that will be written in liability side. And coming here, outstanding incomes will be written in asset side. So when you come to the point of subscription is an income for the organization. So outstanding income, it is in asset side. Okay. Salary is prepaid. Salary is an expenditure. So that belongs to prepaid expenses. So I have written here. So as I marked here, before itself I told you, when they give these three, previous year, current year and next year. So next year's will be coming in the balance sheet. Just check. Subscription 4200, which belongs to 18 and 19. We have written here. Okay. And salary, which is belongs to 18 and 19, which is prepaid. It's also written here. This is an prepaid expense. And these two becomes outstanding incomes. Just for your clarification I am writing this. Okay. And this will be outstanding expense. And this is advance received, prepaid or pre-received income. Okay. So just to make you understand, I wrote all this. Hopefully you will not get confused with this. First point, you should know which are the incomes and which are the expenses. You can easily make out from your income and expenditure account here in receipts and payments also. All the receipts are nothing but incomes. All the payments are nothing but expenses. That's all. It's very simple. Even when you come for the income and expenditure account, all the incomes will be, obviously it is an income. All this expenditure are the expenses. So whatever the adjustment related to any incomes, outstanding incomes will be coming into the asset side. Okay. And whatever the incomes you have received in advance, that will be coming in liability side. Again, outstanding expenses, all the expenses are here, right? If it is an outstanding, it will be coming in the liability side. It is already prepaid in advancements, it will come in the asset side. Please note down these points. Okay. Now let's do the totaling both the side. Liabilities 2,41,080 plus 4,200 plus 1,000. So you will be getting 2,46,280. Let me check this side. 60,800 plus 5,200 plus 93,960 plus 77,520 plus 5,600 plus 800 plus 2,400. So you are also getting the same thing, 2,46,280. By this we have completed this particular problem. Okay, both the side it is tallied. So please make a note of this. Whatever I taught you here, kindly first make out the dates which are the financial years, then classify the previous year, current year or the next year, and then also see the advance received belongs to which year, and any adjustment please mark here into mark, and then classify revenue transaction and capital transaction classification, which will be helpful for you. And always remember, when these three things are given, where it will be appearing, just make a note. Today's in video, please cross check once again. If you don't understand, see the video once again. Hopefully it will be understood. Thank you for watching my video. Have a nice day.